In JavaScript, a variable is like a container that holds a value. Think of it as a label that you can attach to any value. Once you've attached that label, it acts as a reference to the value it's holding. Let's break down how this works. To use a variable, we first need to declare or create it. We do this by using the var or let keyword. Since JavaScript ES6, let was introduced to replace var because var can be confusing and prone to errors. For this video, we'll focus only on let. Following the let keyword, we give our variable a name. Let's say we create a variable called age and another one called name. Once the variable is declared, we can assign it a value. We do this by typing the variable's name followed by an equal sign and then the value we want to store in it. For example, we'll assign age the value 25 and name the value John. You can even assign a value at the same time you declare the variable. Now that we have our two variables, let's see how they work. If we log our variables, we'll see their values displayed. We can also use a template string to log a sentence like, my name is name and I'm age years old. The values stored in our variables will automatically replace the variable names in the sentence. This is the power of variables. If we need to update the values of name and age after they've been initialized, we just assign new values to the variables. When we log this again, the updated values will be displayed. When naming variables in JavaScript, there are a few important rules to follow. Avoid starting variable names with numbers. JavaScript doesn't allow this, so always start with a letter instead. Remember that variable names are case sensitive. This means that name and name are considered two different variables. Don't use JavaScript keywords as variable names. Keywords like let, for, or while have special meanings in the language and can't be used as names for your variables. Choose concise and descriptive names for your variables to make your code easier to understand. In JavaScript, it's common to use camel case where the first word is lowercase and each following word starts with a capital letter, like my variable name. JavaScript also has constants, which are similar to variables but with one key difference. They cannot be changed after being set. If we try to declare a constant without giving it a value right away, we'll get an error. This is because constants must be initialized when they are declared. So let's assign the name Mary to our constant. Now, since we know we can't change the value after declaration, why would we use const instead of let? Using const is a way of signaling that this value will never be reassigned. It helps prevent bugs because even if we accidentally try to change the value, JavaScript won't allow it. However, it's important to note that while we can't reassign the value of a const, we can still modify the contents of that value. Now this might seem confusing, but let's look at a quick example. If we store an array of animals and log it, we'll see our array. We can use animals.push to add a tiger to our array, and since our variable only points to a reference of the array, we are allowed to update it. If we log the array again, we see our original array and our updated array. This behavior is the same with other reference types such as objects. And that's a wrap on variables. They're the building blocks of your programs and you'll get familiar with them very quickly. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, happy coding.